Good morning, everyone. It's Eve. So I'm feeling a little better today. Yesterday I was in a lot of pain, but my son prayed for me. That helped a lot. My daughter also was, giving me ibuprofen and taking care of me, so that helped. Oh, by the way, I got braces, so I'm gonna be talking a little funny. I wasn't happy about my braces because instead of rubber bands, they put like the wires, and I'm not happy about the wires. Makes me feel like Moonraker, which I don't know if you guys remember the bad guy in Moonraker. Yeah, it makes me feel like him. But my daughter's braces look a lot cuter because they have like the rubber bands, so it makes it like less obvious, I guess, less metal. But whatever makes, at first I was gonna complain because I don't know if you guys know, but like one of my struggles is anxiety, and while the Lord has really helped me a lot in that area, like I don't really get a lot of the huge anxiety and depression that I used to get, but I still get triggered, and it still was a very uncomfortable feeling. I have a dentist phobia because when I was little, twice a dentist worked on me without any, like, when they shoot you with the pain medication. Well, for me, it didn't take, so I could still feel everything. And I was a little kid, so my mom worked as a nurse, and she didn't go with me, so I went by myself. I don't know how that was legal, but this was in the 80s, so it wasn't that, parents didn't have to be there, I guess. So I would walk myself to the dentist, and he didn't believe me. So he continued to work on my mouth. It was a lot of pain, and he just didn't believe me. So after, like, I think two of those, no, one experience like that, I just didn't want to go to the dentist anymore. And as an adult, I tried going back to the dentist, and I told the dentist the same thing, that it takes a while for because what happened when I got home is that it did take effect, like the whatever it's called. It made like half my face numb, my lip and everything, but it didn't happen until I got home, which is way after they had done the work. So as an adult, I told the dentist that. I said, I don't know what happened, but it didn't take effect until I got home, thinking that they would know what that was. And now I'm older, so I can communicate it. And so he gave me 2 shots, but the same thing happened. Like, I didn't feel any effect take effect. So he didn't believe me. He said it's impossible for you not to feel anything. I mean, for you to feel something right now. It's probably just the pressure that you're feeling, blah, blah, blah. And so I didn't know what else to do. I have a pretty, like, I don't like conflict. And it's just been over time that my ability to, like, stand up for myself and speak up and everything has improved. Some people might really find it hard to believe because I'm very outspoken at times, but I get a really, like, a lot of anxiety when I have to confront people. So where was I? So he didn't believe me. I didn't stick up for myself. So he went ahead and did the procedure. It's crazy because it still affects me. So I'm like emotional. So, and I know you can't tell, but I have anxiety just talking about it. So, where was I? So he didn't believe me, And I'm an adult at this point, so I should have been able to stick up for myself, but I didn't. And he worked on my mouth. It was painful. And so I stopped going to the dentist like for a long time, many years. And I had kids and everything, and I know it sounds bad, but I didn't take them. My kids would hear that other kids wanted to go to the dentist or would go to the dentist, so they were really like looking forward to the dentist. The dentist became like McDonald's, you know, when a kid just eats healthy but they want to go to McDonald's and they can't because, you know, so the dentist became like this like benefit to them, you know, because they saw other kids doing it and they weren't doing it. Even if they heard other kids complaining about it, like to them it was like this mysterious thing that they wanted to experience. So by the time I took them to the dentist, they needed work and people had made me feel bad. So I finally took them. I don't remember their ages. They were pretty small. But they knew that I didn't like the dentist. Just the smell, like everything about it. So why do I still get emotional over this? So it's almost that time too, so I'm hormonal. So we get to the dentist and they are all excited. I'm a nervous wreck. I'm waiting in the lobby because I'm like, and normally I like to experience things with my kids because I don't want them to go through something that I haven't already experienced. So I really didn't, I guess because I had already experienced the dentist thing, I really didn't want to be there because I knew what they would go through. But theirs went really well. Like they didn't have any problems at all. So then they told the dentist about me, and then somehow they convinced them to do work on me. Well, they called me in, and I was kind of in the situation where, you know, they just not tricked me, but convinced me into it. So I did it. And this one didn't go so bad, so I was like, okay, I'll give it another chance. But it's just been really, really hard. So every time I go to the dentist, I have to tell them this story. And I have to tell them, like, no, really, I get really nervous. And I feel a lot and la la la, you know. So why did I tell you this story? Well, yesterday didn't go well because they switched my orthodontist. So I wanted really badly to complain and freak out, like literally freak out. I felt like I was going to crawl out of my skin because of how anxious I was. And I think my pain came because I was like gripping to myself so hard because that's how anxious I was. But the Lord calmed me down. And what I really was concerned about was sinning, because I literally wanted to smack the guy, like, sorry, but I really wanted to, like, just like, because he was pulling on my lips like it was going to come off of my face. Like, seriously, he was pulling so hard. And at one point I had to say ow, because I was like, I can't believe is he supposed to pull this hard? You know, I get it that he was trying to do something, but it just didn't seem right that he would pull so hard. So I was going through a bunch of thoughts in my head, and I was reaching out for the Lord to help me so that I wouldn't go off on him. And every time he would ask me if I'm okay, I wanted to be like, no, I'm not okay. You're like crazy. You're putting so much pain in my mouth. And this is just orthodontal work, which is not supposed to hurt. And I remember, well, not as much as dental work anyways, but I remember him saying, like, I asked him, I'm like, did somebody tell you that I have dentist phobia? And then he was like, no. I'm like, well, I do. And then my daughter kind of told him. And then I'm like, it probably would have helped you to know that information. And I'm thinking, like, so you can be a little bit more gentle and understanding. It didn't even faze him. Like, he was just like, well, this shouldn't hurt so much. There's really nothing that we're doing that should hurt. And we're just putting wires in there. I'm like, he doesn't get it. Like, I'm anxious about just even having switched my dentist or my orthodontist. I was nervous about the fact that they were like, this isn't supposed to be wire, it was supposed to be rubber band. So the fact that everything was changing, the fact that my orthodontist changed, the fact that, you know, this stranger who I hadn't bonded with was in my mouth, like all of that was already anxious building. So any pain that he caused was like an offense to me, you know. So I really had to call upon the Lord, and it may seem silly to some of you guys, but it's crazy. Like, it really affects me. So it doesn't matter what you call upon the Lord about, you know, he will be there for you. So here we go. I'm gonna cry. Really silly that I get so emotional over this, but I have braces. Like, you'll be all right. You'll survive. Like, I've survived it. It doesn't look the best. I feel like Moonraker, but yeah, you'll be fine. Call upon the Lord. Why am I still crying? Cry baby. Anyways, so here I am. Day 1 of the braces. I have a lot of homework to do. I couldn't do it yesterday. I haven't been able to do it like the other weeks because of just a lot of things on my mind, and it's been hard to get motivated. So I'm gonna try to do it all today. I'm also gonna try to lose weight. I'm like, dude, you don't even want to know, like way heavier than I'm normally accustomed to being. Like, I need to lose like 60 pounds. Crazy. So it's kind of hard to chew. Like, it hurts right now. I tried to have breakfast this morning of bacon and eggs, and that hurt. What else? That's it. So I'm gonna start juicing a lot. Not just because I got braces, but because I want to lose weight. My stomach's been a mess. Like, I don't know what's wrong with this. I'm going to see a specialist. But it's been like that for a while. Like, it's been like that for like a year. No, longer than that, probably. But I had a colonoscopy and endoscopy done a year ago, so at least a year worth of work, which probably time again to get it done. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, so I'll end it now. Anxiety, dental work or orthodontal work. This is not about vanity, I should say, because I was offered the Invisalign and I chose the braces because I feel like it will do better work on my mouth, and it didn't matter to me what it looked like. So although I don't like it, I pray that it's doing what it's supposed to do at a faster, stronger rate. And yeah, so hopefully my smile will be straight. And for those of you that can't get braces, it's okay. Like, I'm 45 and I've gone this long without teeth being straight and pretty, but I still smiled every day. I still did everything. I just wanted to do this. My daughter was getting it done, and I figured it would be a good time for me to do it with her. So don't feel bad if you can't. It's not a big deal. If you can, that's great. It's extra, you know, something to do to make it a little straighter. And but it's not a big deal. If my daughter wasn't doing it, I probably wouldn't have done it. But she wanted it done, and I wanted to do it too with her, so I could experience the pain she's going through. The pain is kind of ill. Like, it gives you headaches, your teeth hurt. Like, they're very sensitive. But it's doable. I have pain all over my body because of fibromyalgia and because of my injuries, my carpal tunnel. So I'm in pain like 24/7 anyways, at about a level of 4 on average. Most of the time it stays there because I really monitor like what kind of activities I do and how far I push myself. But if it sometimes gets to like a 7, like yesterday, I think it was at a 7, 8 because I was gripping so hard. And I guess that's where the story started from, is I was gripping so hard, like this, like, I don't know if they could tell, but I was just really like trying to restrain my anxiety and trying to like survive the moment, calling upon the Lord. So, as a repercussion to all that force that I was doing, I had a lot of pain afterwards, but it's okay. I'm okay. God got me through it. My son prayed for me, so the pain has gone away pretty much. Like, it's back to the normal 3-4 level, I would say. I do want to get my jacuzzi fixed, or not jacuzzi, spa fixed, so that I can get in there with some hot water. It would be nice, but it's not necessary so much. Prayer really worked. Yeah, so that's it. That's my day. I hope your day is going good. As far as like, well, I'll make another, stay prepared. A lot of things are happening. I was watching some of the channels for the Watchmen, and they were talking about how Russia is really upset right now because of the stuff that's happening in Syria. Is it Syria? Madagascar too. Damascus Road, like Damascus. There you go. Damascus has been destroyed. Yeah, or there's been some destructions in Damascus, and the Russian embassy was attacked in Damascus. So they're really upset right now, and they're trying to get some answers, and as the rest of us would. And, you know, there's that stuff happening with Hillary and the information coming out about her. But I don't think any information is going to come out. Like, they really want her to win. If she wins, it's going to be fixed for sure. I think the people want Trump. A lot of people want Trump, I believe. But I think the system wants Hillary. So Hillary may win. But if the people win, Trump will win. And by people, I mean the majority of the people. I don't mean like everybody, because there's the minority groups that want Hillary because of the fear that they have about Trump being racist. But what they don't understand is there is a lot of racism everywhere. Like, he's not the only one. If he is that, and that, I'm sure it has not been a Richter scale, or not a Richter scale, a testing, I forget what it's called, for other presidents. I'm sure that if we looked into the past of other presidents, they've all been, had a certain level of racism in them. They just knew how to hide it, which is pretty much a lot of people in America. So it's just part of a human nature to have fears about race and division because of race. It's not something that I believe in this lifetime we will fix. We can get along better, but I don't think it's something that we will eradicate, I should say, in this lifetime, or in this experience of earth. It'll be only in heaven where divisions are no longer there. So I'll put some links down below the description to get you guys more informed about those things. But this video vlog or whatever was just pretty much just to connect with you guys on a personal level with what I'm going through with this anxiety and stuff. But God is with me. I can't imagine having to go through this alone. And I'm not also, like, my kids are very supportive, but so weird how things can affect us. And I don't think that I'm flawed, like in like I'm not this broken human being that, you know, has this flaw, but I'm human. And I believe a lot of people struggle with it. Maybe they don't say it, you know, maybe they hide it better. Like, and normally I do too. Like, people wouldn't be able to tell. Like, I've struggled with it all my life. Sorry, I don't have tissue. But God has helped me through it, and He's getting me stronger every day. I think that this dentist thing was like a way to exercise, like a practice exercise to not freak out. And I think I did okay. I would have liked to do better, but I have to call up on the Lord faster next time. So, all right. Bye. I've talked enough. Blah, blah, blah.